tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host. Yeah, and I do hope you're doing well, mate. Really do hope that Chelsea won, Real Madrid 2 in Chelsea's final preseason friendly. In America, of course, we yet to play Inter at Stamford Bridge as the final game. I watched back the whole match this morning, so I have good insight, hopefully, of what happened in this game. To be honest, lots of people were fearing the worst in this game because ultimately this game represented Carlo Ancelotti's seasoned Real Madrid versus Enzo Maresca. What the hell is my Chelsea team? Clearly, the defensive cohesion hasn't been coached into Chelsea. Similarly as well at the top of the pitch, the attacking combinations, the chemistry needs to be cultivated, and the fitness clearly wasn't there. So, considering we lost 2-1, there was moments as well that, Mudryk, Sterling, Guiu as well had that maybe could have scored a goal. It was, ultimately, this is just like, one of those pre-season games. We had a chance to run around. They obviously gassed themselves out quite a lot. And we came up against, just Real Madrid looking good. I'm going to show you the SofaScore graphic. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Player performances, what we can expect moving forwards, etc. Guys, thank you for the support on the channel, as always. Really do appreciate it. Of course, I've been covering the transfer window meticulously and closely. So if you are a fan of the content, please do make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell if you are subscribed, because news pops off all the time regarding Chelsea Football Club, and I don't want you to miss it. And yeah, thank you for dropping a like on this video. That's nice. All right, mate. So, okay, should we have a look at? Let's have a look at the SofaScore website for context here, shall we? Oh, it's not there, you silly sausages. There it is. All right, mate. As you can see, Chelsea 1, Real Madrid 2. A lot of attacking momentum to Real Madrid, which is fine. Of course, in previous games, even losses or draws or whatever, we've had a lot of attacking momentum, not done much with it. But, Real Madrid often sort of put their foot on our necks. But we still had moments. Oh, this is how the team lined up. As you can see here, very high ratings for Real Madrid. A lot of green, except for Rudiger and Thibaut Courtois. I just want to say, Rudiger, what's his problem, man? He ended up getting booked in this game, but for dissent. But in the first half, the way he stuck one on Malo Gusto, and indeed, like when that was a great move when Nkunku Cristo runs through and does really, really well. And yeah, Rudiger flies at him like I think it's like studs hit the shin of Nkunku. Unfortunately, the way Nkunku's running, like his leg just goes back at that point, and it's not a standing leg. That could be like horrendous, injury had he done that. And to be honest, Malo as well, the way he stuck one on him. I don't want to be seeing that in a preseason friendly generally, let alone from one of your previous players in Tony Rudiger, because we know he likes Chelsea still, so it's not like that big Belgium knobber in goal. But yeah, as you can see, bro, a rotated side, but they still had Militao and Rudiger, of course, probably the first choice centre-back partnership at the moment. Ooh, as you can see there, in front of Courtois, the first choice goalkeeper. Fran Garcia at left back, who's generally second choice by Mendy, I think, and Lucas Vasquez, former winger, but he has played a lot of right back for Real Madrid. Midfield three of Luka Modric, flanked by Martin and Ceballos. And then, Brahim Diaz, high-profile player, and of course he's flanked by those Brazilians, Rodrigo and Vini Jr. Vini Jr. getting well acquainted with Chelsea again. Now, as you can see here, the Chelsea players, not the best rankings. Philip Jorgensen in goal. Reece James had a very difficult first half. And then Colwill, Badiashile, Gusto. Of course, Gusto being the player that inverts into the midfield. He joins Romeo Lavia, which sees Enzo Fernandez move forward to complete the box midfield. with Christopher and Kunku, and then you have a front three, of course, of Gu, Raheem Sterling on the left, and Noni Madueke on the right. Okay, in terms of a rundown of how this game went, as you can see, so make sure you can see all that. There we go. As you can see, they scored a couple of relatively early goals here. The first goal, the Lucas Vasquez goal, when we thought Danny Ceballos might have got it, I don't know. It was a scruffy goal. It was a sort of deflected, action, and it was one of those goals when you go, oh, bloody hell. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like Real Madrid performing surgery on us or sambering past us. It was one of those goals where you're like, okay, whatever, preseason. The second goal, though, Vinny assisting Brahim Diaz. It's a great goal from Brahim. He obviously rounds Philip Jorgensen, the Chelsea goalkeeper. Very tight angle and tucks it away very nicely. That is what can only be described as a good Real Madrid goal. But, of course, only about 10 minutes later, we get one back. Fernandez putting in a lovely ball for Noni Madueke, who, by the way, bro, Noni Madueke at the... I suppose he's at the far post, is he? I can't really... Yeah, was it the near post? Anyway, a ball comes over to Noni Madueke, and he absolutely steals Fran Garcia's lunch money. He doesn't even jump the young left back. He just sort of like gets bullied. And fair play to Noni Madueke, because he is a sort of like... He's a sort of tricky chalk on boots winger. Do you know what I mean? He's not like Cole Palmer, who wants to come inside and, create and play make. He wants to dribble, he wants to do 1-2s, and he wants to like cut back Noni. So he's a proper winger. You don't see him as like I don't know, like the way he jumped and won that ball. You don't see. I don't want to say Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's not get over the top here. But the fact how he was like, no, I'm having this, against a defender. I thought, okay, fair enough. Like he stole his lunch money, and he heads it back across goal. Maybe not the greatest moment from Courtois, but it's a good Chelsea goal, man. A good assist from Fernandez, well won by Noni Madueke, and he executes the finish how he should do in that position with a header. And of course, this sort of like draws a line, bro, under what has been, quite frankly, an excellent preseason from Noni in what has been a disappointing preseason generally, you must say. I mean, I'm not getting too wound up by it because I'm one of these guys that like don't put too much stock into preseason. We had a great preseason under Poch, and then we just couldn't get going when the league started. We had a terrible preseason under Conte. We won the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't really mean anything. I think I heard Real Madrid lost every single game or something. Did they before this? The commentary team said something like that. That they they going into this game. Well, hold on. They lost to Barcelona. They lost to Milan. They beat Dortmund. Where is that from though? Anyway, so like, it doesn't mean anything, bro. It doesn't mean anything preseason. So let's just quickly go back to these stats here, or this the SofaScore page. Highest ranked players, unsurprisingly, were Enzo Fernandez and Noni Madueke. I do want to quickly look at the stats. As you can see, Chelsea had 43% possession. What's hurting my brain again is we had more big chances than Real Madrid. We had more big chances than Man City. We had 5 big chances against Man City. They had 2. We've had 2 big chances against Real Madrid here. They had 1. They had more shots, though. In terms of the half, we had probably a better first half. A big chance each, but then we create another one. Now, where are these other big chances coming from? Well, I know Mark Gu had a good opportunity to play in either winger. I believe Noni Madueke and Raheem Sterling were free on each flank, and he decides to shoot, and it goes really, really high. I think he's desperate to impress the young centre forward because he's probably worried about going on loan. And of course, it's Real Madrid, and he's a La Masia Barcelona kid, so he will want to be the guy to stick a dagger in Real Madrid. That's just simply what he will want. Yes, what else? There was a good chance from, definitely Raheem Sterling made a couple of mistakes in promising moments. He had a couple of he did some good work to get into those promising moments, but a couple of mistakes as well. Of course, there was that textbook Mikhailo Mudryk moment where, he uses his intuition, his instinct, and his insane speed to snatch the ball off the opposition and break through. Not only is he breaking through, he's out wide, he takes the ball inside, he shuffles it, strafes it or whatever, and then puts it in row Z. just to complete the Madrid culture. Which is very, very frustrating indeed. So the chances were there. I think there was a couple of wasted chances where Nani put a poor cross in as well. So, Chelsea had moments in this game. So the fact how we had more big chances it generated than Real Madrid is frustrating, really. But yeah, man, let's talk about player performances quickly. Philip Jorgensen in goal. I don't know, man. He's got the lowest rating on any Chelsea player on the SofaScore here that I'm looking at. I don't want to judge him sorely yet. He's played 90 minutes in total for Chelsea, maybe in pre-season, including like Real Madrid here. He did run out a couple of times and clear the ball. He got rounded for the goal, which is never a good look for a goalkeeper, but it can happen. I'm gonna reserve judgment on the Chelsea keeper. Malo Gusto inverting into midfield. Okay, he plays a right back playing as an inverted left back. So let's give him a break. I think Reece James had a really difficult first half. He looked off the pace. He didn't read the danger, and we know he can because he's locked down Vinny before. For Real Madrid, playing in the role he was playing today, which is a right centre back and a back three for most of the time, of course. Because when Gusto inverts into midfield, Colwill, Benoit, Badiashile, and Reece James become a back three. So a bit disappointing from Reece. He's off the pace. I don't really understand why we're relentlessly playing him in pre-season when he's going to miss the first 3 games of the season. Like, surely you've got to have something else in the pocket, especially when you're playing Man City first. Or is, it's Maresca like, well, we'll lose that, so it don't matter. Like, come on, you got to try and get someone ready for that Man City game to try and win it. Anyway, Cole and Badiashile, look, we had defensive mistakes, individual errors, but there was good moments from Colwill. And look, there was good moments from Badiashile. Yes, you guys watching, you might be like, well, they did this, they did that, there was errors, fine. But they are still like trying to find their way in the system, which is a very new, radically different system, and redevelop chemistry. We keep getting different centre-back partnerships. We know about the new Chelsea gaffer. If he can find continuity, he will want to do that. Is that going to be, Colwill playing in the sort of centre, Badiashile playing on the left? I don't know. I mean, Colwill's a good passer, so we'll see what happens there. Romeo Lavia, I was actually a bit disappointed with, considering how well he's been playing recently. That's okay, though. He's a young man, and this is just everyone trying to learn what the hell is going on. Very impressed with Enzo Fernandez. For me, even though, Noni Madueke is probably my highlight of pre-season, I think of this game, it's Enzo Fernandez coming in and looking like he can be really influential, actually. Of course, interestingly as well, when Reece James came off, he gave the captain's armband, Enzo Fernandez. So after all this, the drama with the Argentinian national team, we wondered how that would go, like how it'd be viewed if he's going to still be a leader. But of course, Fofana's come out and spoken about him, says he's a good guy and he's not, racist and all that. And that seems to be all, water under the bridge. So kind of like reverted to type. Enzo's a third captain or something. Especially with Conor Gallagher looking like he's going to go to Atleti Madrid. Yes, so Enzo, very, very impressive. Christopher Nkunku had moments, good combinational play, good 1-2s with a few people. Not his best game, though, but that is his best position. Definitely his best position in one of those attacking 8-10 hybrids, starting a little bit deeper with a bit more of the game in front of him, not with his back to goal. That is his position, and he likes being centrally. He's not being farmed out wide there. He might be slightly in the left channel, but that's fine because he's right-footed and he'll like that. Gue, positive moments. Again, 18-year-old, starry-eyed, trying to score against Real Madrid, making the wrong decision. But he did a few good, layoffs and combinational play. But I can't really expect more from Gue, all things considered. Sterling, very frustrating at a couple of moments. He absolutely should have done better with once when he ran out of play as well. It's annoying because he can do much better. It's annoying because he sees a lot of the ball and he's involved a lot, which is actually testament to him playing quite well generally. But then all these mistakes, he's just if he just half the mistakes, we'll be in business. He can still make the odd blunder here and there, but just half the mistakes and you can be Chelsea's starting left winger, no problem. Well, maybe some problems, but you know what I mean? Like, people will accept it a little bit more. And then Noni Madueke, of course, getting the goal, being quite all action, seeing a lot of the ball. And in fact, that right sort of right-hand side, mid part of the pitch of Fernandez and Noni was probably our most effective. I'm just looking at Enzo actually drifted onto the left side of the pitch. He's just being listed here as the right starter. Enzo got really good stats, man. You got 41 out of 45 passes. When you've got less possession, that's really impressive. 2 key passes. You know, if you get a key pass in the game, that's good. To get 2 is great. Completed 100% of his crosses, 75% of his long balls. He won 5 out of 7 ground duels. Yeah. Actually, like, really good game from Enzo Fernandez. Superb. Alright, anyway, look, it is what it is. I'm not too bummed about it. It's fine, you know. I wouldn't have been surprised if we got touched up. If we won it as well, I would have been like, nah. Oh, you know, it would have been a fun. I could have, like, you know, gassed it up in the title and stuff, but it is what it is, bro. Alright, guys, keep it locked, of course, because there'll be more Chelsea news coming out all the time, so do make sure you turn the bell on if you choose to subscribe. Thank you for liking the video, and I hope to see you back here very, very soon, friends. Peace.